All right, everybody, welcome back to Limeade 4.0, presented by Lime City. We got a race for you coming up. This is X Human Revolution by Hau5test and Theory UK with small letters. They're not capital letters. That's weird. Couple quick things before we get started. Johnny with the Tier 1 sub, thank you very much. And Ski Mula with the $20 donation, thank you very much. That's 35 subs today, $230 in donations, 206 bits so far. Tremendous, tremendous support. Thank you guys for betting on the channel point bet. So let's see what happens. Take it away, fellas.
All right, let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next run of the evening. It's a race, and I'm very excited to present it today here alongside with Theory. How's it going, Theory?
Hello, I'm good. Hopefully this goes well.
Let's see. Yeah, I've been running Deus Ex Human Revolution basically as the first game in January 2021, and I think you started just shy last year, end of last year, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I think I asked you and you helped me.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn it, and you'd done it, so I was like, oh yeah, well that's perfect. Like you can help me get into it.
Yeah, exactly. Like unlike MGS2, where we're like really deep into it, Deus Ex Human Revolution is something where we're still a little bit early on. So this will probably be an amazing race where we're both going to be going back and forth. Let's hope for that. Okay. And speaking of going back and forth, let's go forth and start the run. We're going to hit load, click on the load, which we have here. We have a little save that starts us right after the initial 6 minutes. And time starts as we count down. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, everybody. So we start just after the initial cutscene, and of course, in the beginning, we already have a little elevator here that we need to go down. And while we wait here for the elevator, there's going to be plenty of these. We also hear like, oh wait, this game's language is French. That is because French is, I think, like 17 seconds faster than any other language that we play the game in. And yeah, well, why not? Let's take the free time save here, right? So everyone enjoy the French dialogue. Funny enough, we both said that we actually learned a little bit of French again. So it's always fun. Alright, and as we begin, we already start also with the first little glitch here. We have locked our FPS at 80, which helps us to go through a few of these walls, and our item that we use here is a fire extinguisher, so let's hope. First try, wonderful. We're gonna clip through here. We just saw one of the major bosses here, just T-posing at the side. And what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna walk through the lab here because we got just attacked, and we're gonna have our scientist girlfriend to hopefully not get kidnapped. So let's see how it goes. I gotta get through the story quickly. And yeah, this is Deus Ex Human Revolution, the original version, not the director's cut. The director's cut basically puts in a DLC story part, which makes, of course, the speedrun longer. And we want to play the original version, which you sadly cannot buy anymore. But for all intents and purposes, we both got it on original release. And we're just gonna get more box action done here. We'll just yoink this over here. And there we go. The different ways that we're gonna do the next clip here. I'm gonna use a box, Viva's gonna use a fire extinguisher. We're gonna try to push ourselves past this door here before this gets open for us.
Yeah, the way I'm doing it is a little bit harder, but I just wanted to take a shortcut, that was all. So
I got through second chance. I'm gonna save a little bit of time, so that's good. And I'm about to walk away here. These guards, they don't immediately see me if I stick to the wall. And that's gonna be the intro done in just a second.
Oh,
did you read? Oh no,
yeah,
that's very unfortunate. If you're really fast, you just can get away here. And the good thing with this game is you can quickly load and save. There's also auto saves for us where we can move back. And so there's many things where we can screw up a trick and then, for example, just fall into the infinite void. And at least in terms of keeping the guys going, there's no real stuff like that can happen.
I'm back.
Wonderful.
I just sprinted a little bit too early at the end. It's the guard that walks through the door, yeah.
Yeah, so in this game, we also need to manage a little bit of our experience. So I just took a candy bar here and read this book, which gives us a little bit of experience. And as I wait here for this sadly unskippable dialogue, which is one of the reasons why French is faster, it's a little bit shorter here in French. I can explain also what we're going to do for the most part when it comes to movement, because in the speedrun, we're going to jump and run a lot. We have a stamina system, so we're going to run out of our stamina constantly. In order to keep the momentum going, we're going to jump just before we run out of stamina. So we're going to run, stamina goes down, we jump. During the jump, it builds up again, and then we're going to run again. So if you're thinking, wow, these guys are walking up and down, that's because, well, it's just running and jumping.
My timer stopped as well.
Oops.
Les données biomédicales aussi en cas de douleur.
Well, we're just gonna go way out here then, I think.
Yeah,
Go for 2
looks like
resets.
that, yeah.
Ça arrive maintenant à l'hélice-station. Je sais.
Alright.
Des intégristes se
And
sont
as we wait here for
introduits
Pritchard to
dans
explain
notre
us everything,
des otages.
I'm gonna quickly say, I don't care what you want to tell me.
Sauverait quelqu'un.
We're just gonna go because there's another attack happening
Je
here.
vais faire comme si
We just
de
got back
rien.
basically after this big incident where we got really pulverized, and now we're actually augmented. As we can see in the top left corner, there's a health bar, there's a battery bar, and as you can see also now our stamina. And we're gonna, as you see here, just gonna jump and run to move around.
J'y suis presque.
Just a little bit of dialogue here that we can just wait out for, and then we're gonna go to our pilot, Farida. More dialogue. Few directions you have to remember. For example, this one, we go right twice, and skip the cutscene, and there we go, the next big level where we actually augmented now.
Très bien.
In the beginning, we have a few choices where we want to start. Do we want to go with non-lethal attacks or with lethal things? We want to go with lethal. And we're going to go with short range in order to get the revolver. Lethal, short range. And there we go. And welcome to Milwaukee. Sarif Industries factory here. And we're going to do immediately yet another skip here. Hopefully I will do this without any issues. We'll push the box against myself and let go. So the momentum carries over and pushes us here past the clip. Well, you gotta be careful, because else we might fall into the void. So I gotta immediately stop, basically. Okay, I'm having some trouble today getting the push at all. Ah, shy here. So yeah, both of us having a little bit of trouble here. That's just how it is. As I explained, you don't want to hold just backwards for this entire thing, or else you fall down. So it's definitely a depending price. And there you go, we got through. And we're gonna jump down, and we're gonna skip actually a loading trigger that allows us here. There we go, got it as well. That would load in the enemy soldiers. So we can just walk here now and just basically bypass all the enemies that are not here. We're just gonna show with a different clip here. He's gonna... Yep, you're gonna show a little box trick, and I'm just gonna go down. Basically my classic route that I learned from the beginning. It's gonna get this little item. I need this concussion grenade, and I'm just gonna walk around these guys. And if you think the race has been decided, don't worry, there's gonna be lots of tricky things happening during the run that can throw the thing back and forth again, so it stays exciting.
My concussion grenade there, because there's a spare one in the locker. Because I will need it, just like House needs.
Yep, we're gonna need it later to escape after a little intrusion. And of course we know all the dog lords. This one is 1337, lovely lead code. I'm gonna try to box clip against me. First try, let's go. And because I got this first try, I'm gonna be going past this camera here, thankfully. So we go right alerted. It's also just a little bit faster. If you get the alert, it doesn't matter. You just walk to the next key code here and just enter that again. And same trick here. We're gonna try to clip through first try, hopefully. Lovely, I did it. And now we're gonna get detected because everyone's gonna see us. Hopefully we don't die and don't take too much damage.
Oh my god, that took loads. Oh.
It just made it in 13. I'm at 70 health almost, so I don't need to wait. But Fury's gonna wait a little bit to heal to a certain range because we're gonna get attacked soon again from another robot. And we're gonna specifically play without post effects, because then this little concussion grenade that went off for us doesn't really stay on screen the whole time. Alright, a little cutscene happened here. We're gonna retrieve an attack, and we just saw some dude hacking, and he sadly, let's say, took the day off. Because another hacker told him to, hey, how about you go? And we're gonna have to go after him very soon. But now we also gotta go and take care of the, basically, leader of the resistance here. This whole game is about, you know, augmenting your body or not. You know, Purity First, for example, is the name of the group here. That's currently attacking PF, as you can see on the ground. And we're gonna hopefully talk our way through here. And if we can't talk, well, we can also just shoot. This game offers a lot of ways how to deal with things. For most of our cases here, we're just gonna move past everyone because it's just taking too long to just shoot them. And yeah, we're just gonna get around the corner here. For me personally, this is the most annoying thing. Running up these stairs, jumping and running at the same time, not losing momentum. It's a little bit tricky, but we're gonna make it.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Alright, and here is the bad guy. Well, from our standpoint, because they're gonna take hostages.
I have to read the book because I did a different route to House, so I have to read the book to get enough XP to get every ability that I need later on. Whereas he doesn't need to. in the route that he took, it gives him enough XP because of just the people he runs into, the guards. But because I skipped into the warehouse early on and did the second skip, those guards don't appear in there, so you don't get something to do with that.
Voulez-vous que
I see.
So I got a little bit of extra XP, which will set me up for the rest of the run, giving me enough XP to get every ability.
Lovely. Yeah, and I just got done with servers. And Fury's just behind me. Moving back again to headquarters, we got a little bit more story going through. Just going left twice. And we can go. Then we're gonna go and talk to some people again. Like Pritchard, who's basically our IT lead. And I guess if you're augmented with your body and technology, having your IT assistant basically is also something similar to your doctor. We're gonna just jump and run over here. Yes, this is a jump and run game if you wonder. I would certainly classify it as such. And I'm gonna go down here to the ground floor, because we gotta go here anyway later when we leave the building. So I'm gonna take the elevator from here. And we're gonna take the elevator all the way up again to meet our boss.
Yeah, whatever floor you get on an elevator at, especially in Seraph headquarters here, is where you will return when you get back in the elevator from the floor
Exactly.
you go to. So
Alright, I'm gonna unlock my frame rate now. Yeah, you saw that we locked our frame rate to 80. Specifically for what's coming next, we're gonna quickly unlock the frame rate, at least I do, because we want to get our gun out very quickly before a certain character has a chance to talk to us. So when we leave the building, there's the mother of our girlfriend, and she's like, hey, can you please investigate? But funnily enough, if we increase our frame rate and then very quickly unholster our gun, it can happen that we get the gun out quickly enough, and then she will be like, oh, don't shoot me, please, because her AI is basically like, if she sees a gun, then she doesn't want to talk to us, which saves quite some time. If not, there's a dialogue option that we're going to do. That's the only time where I unlock the frame rate. Everything else goes back to 80. And there we go, I got it. She's like, please don't shoot, and now we can go on. If you got the same, let's go. Alright, I said we're gonna go to the doctor. That's only partially right, because we, as I said, IT technician, not actually our doctor. But we still gotta go to the clinic here, because technically all of the future people here with the augmentations, they gotta go and get checked out, of course, because normally the augmentations get rejected from your body and you gotta go on some certain drugs. So we got recommended to go to the clinic here to quickly have a checkup, and we get told, oh, actually, you're doing fine. You don't need any medicine yet, so we can just go here and buy some stuff that we need. And I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna immediately equip another upgrade for our legs, which allows us to run a little bit faster and also jump higher, which makes, of course, our run and jumping a little bit smoother now, so we can jump higher. And as we move on, now it's time for us to go to the police station, where that friendly hacker guy that took the day off is now residing, and we're going to talk to him and get his chip to see what actually happened there in the manufacturing plant. That's basically just a little part of running here, so if you have any donations, of course, go ahead and read them out.
Yeah, got nothing here at the moment, but we've had some awesome support so far, and got a lot of people watching, about 180 right now. We are on the front page of speedrun.com, so good stuff to see there.
Thank you everyone for watching. Just watching already is a huge support for the cause, so thank you so much for tuning in. Alright, as we go on here, we're going to shoot this guy here in front of the door. That would, of course, get everyone else aggressive against us, but as soon as we enter the building, everyone's normal again. But this won't stay for long, as we're going to go and do a next clip here. I'm going to take it safe here. I'm going to get this little box. I'm going to go in the corner, quick save, and then I'm going to throw it against myself, and just didn't do it quite right. So we're going to do this little trick where we hold backwards, and then are basically already in the lower level. Right, going to jump over here. And whoops, door code is 9212. And there we go. Here's a little hacker friend that took the day off. He's chilling, he's vibing. Good for him. We gotta go in because we cannot analyze this little chip right here. We're gonna go actually to our own office at home. And for that, we gotta get away now because we actually intrude here. We gotta get constantly attacked, so hopefully we're not gonna get shot too much. I'm gonna get a stim here just to heal myself quickly back up. And oh my god, I'm already back to 100%. Hopefully this will go well. Oh, don't shoot. 64% when I leave the police station. Let's hope this will be enough. Okay, we're looking a little bit healthier here, and this is why we shot the— oh my god, this is why we shot the guy. I'm 4 health. Please don't shoot. This is why we shot the guy outside.
Yeah, generally you don't want to be using 2 stims there if you can help it, but it's not a big deal because we will have enough stims for later on.
I just got away before.
I'm doing terrible jumps right now.
Yeah, this was very tight for me. Oh my god.
That's the part. That part is just random, like whether those guards. I think it depends on how fast you move through the police station.
Yeah, something like that. You can stick closer to the wall, and then there's changes there. Pathfinding is like, oh, we're not gonna enter this little hallway where we've been shot, but it's not really consistent. So, whew, nobody died here. That's good enough for us. I'm just gonna reload my gun and get ready, because we're gonna go and analyze the chip, as I said, from this little hacker. Yep. There's a little trick that we're gonna do. We're not gonna just skip the cutscene. We're also gonna put a cursor right where the disconnect button is, so we can both end the cutscene and immediately click to get away from our PC to be a little bit faster. There we go. And now, story-wise, we could go and investigate at another manufacturing plant to see what's up there. Maybe we find the attacker from the original mission. But before we go, we gotta go to Derelict Row, because there is a transmitter interrupted. Got the technical term right now. But yeah, we gotta shut it off and hopefully, of course, make it worth time. And there's gonna be another nice clip, which will also utilize our new jump ability. So let's see how it goes there. Detroit 1, as it's called here, is a relatively long segment. It's about 7 to 8 minutes for me, at least, on my level. Fun fact, the world record is currently a time of 37:42, which has been held for a few years now. I think like almost 6 years by Rampancy. Quite an excellent run if you want to watch that. It's amazing to go through. Alright, we're gonna be stealthy here for the most part. We're gonna make noise to not get seen. And I'm gonna be very careful to jump here without running. Jump over the box. Now I start running so the guys turn around, and then I'm gonna make it past them. Stealth. That's how it works here. Sometimes stealth doesn't matter. In our case here, stealth absolutely matters. So, gonna get grenades here.
It's coming up.
Yep. You wanna go ahead and do it?
Yeah,
It's a little bit ahead already. Yeah, basically we want to just explode ourselves with the barrel and get the boost from the barrel, plus our jump. And we're gonna hopefully land on top, so we don't need to go through the building.
Ooh, just got up. Nice. There we go. So we're going to do a grenade boost there, as you saw. This code, turn off the jammer, close out, and now we're going to collect a bunch of mines, 4 to be exact. There's 4 anti-personnel here that we're going to need for an upcoming boss. And we're going to need the 4th one. We're going to have to save the 4th one for a later trick. Another boost. So I need to make sure I collect all these. I have accidentally thought I've collected all 4 and left one behind, and yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. You can also do something else. If you only go for free, you have a little bit more time to go to the plane. And then you can try to attack the plane early, basically to talk to Farida earlier, so we can leave slightly earlier.
Yeah.
You can do it also by grabbing all 4 here, but it's a little bit more tricky if you get 4.
I actually get my pistol out here.
Let's go!
Nice. I actually get my pistol out here so that I spawn with it, or load into the next map with it open, and I need it on the next map. It's easier to have them.
Yeah, and it's really helpful for us to prepare our menus like that, and then think of, okay, what's the next item I need to equip, and then get on that. Alright, we're in Female Factory, and this level is basically a big loop, and thankfully for us, as we've seen already, there's boxes in this level, so we're gonna go a little bit into the level, we're gonna grab a box, get it all the way back to the beginning, and then we can basically clip backwards to the final boss fight. Excuse me, let me go. And this roof thing here does not have a hitbox, so we can just throw the box through the roof, and it lands in front of us. And now we have a box that we can use to go back to the beginning and clip ourselves through the wall to basically go to the final boss room right at the beginning. That's the thing that Des did for us, I guess.
Nice. Second try. That clip's a little bit finicky. Same as this next one. This next one can fail a few times, so...
Yeah. We want to try to clip through this elevator door here.
Nice, I got it first go.
Let's go.
I'm going to try and press O there to bring up my perks or powers as late as possible without hitting the ground, otherwise I will die. To get what we have an ability called the Icarus landing system. Basically, it stops full damage from. You get this little landing animation. Because I waited to the very last second, I skipped the animation. It just saves me from dying still though.
Yeah, and that's the boss fight. We basically place these 3 mines on the ground, then we go and start the boss fight, and immediately, of course, the mines explode, and then the enemy's dead.
Also, just to add to that, the reason why I want to skip that animation is because that animation is slightly slower. You have to wait a little bit for the animation to finish before you gain control. It's like a mini cutscene every time.
And at least, yeah, and at least the first time we can use it like that. So if we're too close to the ground falling, then they just let us not die.
Everywhere else, yeah, you'll see it later on. It's not a big deal in the later parts of the run where you'll see the animation. But in that point, it's not a big deal there either. But because you don't obviously want to mistime it and just die. But yeah. It's
And
just
also right at the end, we're actually gonna use an EMP grenade to turn it off for a short moment to time ourselves better. Yeah, we're gonna shoot this guy here to get his grenades, and then we're gonna quickly go away. That's why we talk to Farida first quickly.
I almost think out his grenades in time as well. Yeah.
Ouais. Ramène-nous au quartier général.
Alright, there we go. Back to headquarters, where we're gonna talk again to our boss. I'm pretty sure it's also like, hey, I gotta talk to you. I found out something because of this transmitter. You're wrong direction. Go to immediately up. And yeah, as a little part of that story, we're not gonna spend much time here in Detroit, thankfully this time. It's just a short visit before we go to the next level, Hank Shop.
It's so confusing, this building. Sometimes you come back here so many times, and sometimes you lose track of what part of the game you're on and where you need to be going.
Yeah, and story-wise, yes, Pritchard found something out. We can talk to Pritchard first and then to our boss, but we're gonna do it the opposite way. Just because if we talk to our boss first, the dialogue is a little bit shorter. Because Pritchard would tell us like, hey, our boss does something behind our back. He opened a gateway basically, so information can leak. And we gotta actually talk to him about that. Which we're not gonna do. We're just gonna ignore that. Talk to this dude here is about like, hey, we gotta regulate all the augmentations. We're like, yeah, I don't care. I'm already maximum augmented, so that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean it.
Yeah, and we just got a card here that allows us to go on a little train. And this little train we're going to see actually very quickly as we make our way back down and take another flight off to the next level. Just called Hank Shop.
Je devais d'abord faire mon rapport à Sarif.
We have time for a couple donations.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Alright, got a couple subs. We got one from Luna and Nemes with a tier 1. Appreciate that. And from Big Tony, Coach Tony T, $101 donation.
Yo,
No message.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff, Tony.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for supporting the cause.
Off to Hankshaw 1, which is a very short level. Casually, this level can be quite long, and is quite long if you do it the legit way, but we don't do it the legit way, obviously.
Yeah. And now comes the part where our landing system, of course, will be troublesome. If we punch the ground, it's a little bit faster by a few frames, rather than just landing. Yeah, now we're gonna get another box, because the box, once again, is a god item here in this game.
Just like Metal Gear Solid, the box is our friend.
Yep.
They chuck that over there without hitting it. Yeah, otherwise, if you hit the fence, it gets stuck in the middle, and there are some spare boxes behind you, but just waste time if you miss it, basically.
I'm actually even saving it just in case I really screw up, but yeah, for the most part, you just throw it over the fences here, so we can take it to the next area, and then we're gonna push it over to go to the next door.
First clip. Let's go. This is the clip we're looking for to get in here, skipping the entire level.
Yep. We don't need to do anything, we just need to get on this train that takes us to the next level. Oops, a bit shy here. Let's do this again. Okay, I got the box inside myself. Timing is a little bit tricky for these boxes. You just gotta do it right so it pushes you actually through the door, then we go for a try. It is what it is. It can also happen that you glitch into the box, which is the opposite way, which we don't want to have happen, of course.
So yeah, now we're in TYM. House will be here shortly.
Yep, Tayo Medical, we're gonna shoot this door to get this guy's attention, and we don't want to talk to him. He would normally talk to us. And then we're gonna also kill him to let us just quickly bypass. Nobody else heard it yet, so there's no alarm. And that's good for us, because then we can just bypass everything.
Yeah, if we left him, what would happen is probably most of the other people in here would have been alerted from his gunshots, making it a little bit harder to get through here relatively safely. Just hit those. Tried to jump over those lasers. It's not easy, but I got through relatively unscathed.
Yeah, if you don't make it, yeah, I was gonna say if you don't make it, it's fine for the most part. There will be a robot coming out that can do some damage, but if you don't touch the lasers, of course, the will guys see you. But they basically do like a local alert instead of a like full level alert, which is a little bit more tricky.
I'm going to explain the upcoming.
Yeah, we're gonna get boosted again, just what we did in Devil Lake Row. I see it. I got a floor wide alert, so there will be a machine shooting me now quickly. Oh, get away.
This is the guard you want to be worried about. This guy can really cause issues.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. That should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna go all the way up to the top basically because we're gonna talk to the boss of Taya Medical. She's a lovely woman, but we don't want to walk there, so we're gonna take a few elevators and also use the explosion elevator. That's why we get this little fire extinguisher, because this item will hopefully boost us all the way to the top. And timing here will be of the essence, as we'll see. We're gonna go out of bounds by using yet another augmentation, which is called the Typhoon. It's basically where we just turn around ourselves and then have a few explosions hit everyone. And that little animation of this Typhoon is actually going to put us a little bit back and a little bit up, which helps us to glitch out of bounds. Alright, get my fire extinguisher. Taking them up. And yeah, we've got to be fast here. We want to touch the button so the elevator goes down again, but we don't want to go down ourselves. So it's tricky to just have the right time. There we go. But next time we're going to go actually and put the fire extinguisher into the out of bounds by just quickly throwing to the side, into the wall. As we put it out of bounds, we're going to put it behind us basically, so we can access it from the out of bounds, and then we're going to use it to position it. I'm just letting myself.
The Typhoon, and then I'm going to hit the Typhoon, and it's going to push me up and out of bounds, and then I'm just going to jump up and get behind the elevator door, like so. And I'm going to sit in this corner. I'm going to hit a quick save, because I need to be quick on the fire extinguisher. I need to pull it and turn really quickly.
Oops. Oh,
I didn't. I should be good. There we go. You need to turn quickly again to get it out of bounds. If you don't do it quick enough, it just falls into the void and you have to reload.
Yep. And then we're going to put down a claymore, or mine. Get actually a little bit of health from the painkillers. And hopefully with the right time, we will step on it, and then it will push us all the way to the top, to the next elevator. Yeah, this is a very elevator heavy game. I'm gonna do the same here. I'll move it over. Down. Mine. Painkillers. Safe. And yeah, the timing is like we want to crouch walk over it, so we just push it over. And then as it explodes, we want to jump up. And right now it's looking a bit tricky for me personally. This is one of those tricks where timing is of the essence, but also the angle that you approach the fire extinguisher. So I just got through, let's go. I gotta open the door with the code here, 6906, and then I can access the elevator here. What is good for us, we do have saves that we can make ourselves, quick saves and quick loading, and during those, of course, load remove time stops. So these attempts, they look like they cost a lot of time, which is of course the case right now for an RTA race, but during the run, we have quite some time to do redos of these attempts here. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare now. I have the concussion grenade on, and I'm getting my revolver. Yep, because as I said, we're going to go to meet the boss of this company, and she will then be, of course, going into a panic room. We get prompted, of course, to get away, and we could do this stealthy, but what we're going to do is we're just going to use the concussion grenade, throw it against the feet of all of these enemies. And then we're gonna this looks good. There you go. Just shy. You can also land on the other side, so you don't need to go through the store key. But it's sometimes just lucky or unlucky, depending on which side of the wall you're on.
Yeah, a little bit time consuming there, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a hard trick to get. It's like Hal said, it's all timing. It's about basically you kind of have to wait for the explosion to happen, injure you, and then jump. And you obviously want to be quick, and sometimes you just like. It's one of those things you just get a feel for the more you do it. In practice, all week, in the past few weeks, I've been getting it like usually like first go. But what do you expect? It's a race. Of course, it's gonna. Because I'm gonna get stuffed.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw. Whoa! Hey, these guys were not stunned. I'm gonna quickly reload just to be safe. You don't want to take the death here. So I'm gonna push again. Let's call again. Because we're in an alert, we cannot quick save here, but so it's a bit unfortunate.
House needs to get that flashbang far enough to get all of them, basically.
Yeah. There's a big guy. Let me go. Oh god, this is annoying. So I'm struggling a little bit now. I need to look a little bit higher, and that's all there is to it. So this is how, as I said, this is how quickly this race can go back and forth. We gotta take one shot here to be safe. This should be good enough. Yeah, this is good enough. There you go. Right in. So now I can literally just walk past everyone like this. It's a bit nicer like that. Oh well, it is what it is. Gonna take the elevator down. Gonna prepare our next menu.
Oh, okay.
Oh jeez, who wants to die there?
I also don't think I saved. I should be good though. Yeah, I think I always
Oh,
did.
let's see. It's autosave at the beginning. I always autosave just before I hit the cutscene, so I don't need to rewalk this path here.
Yeah, I forgot. Did that.
And yeah, there's a few security bots down here that we gotta quickly take care of. Of course, you can just kill them with your ammunition, but I mean, we have 2 MP grenades, so we just chuck them at them, and they immediately die because I mean, MP grenades are really powerful in this world, I guess. Once these down, we can actually go and have the reader come and join us. I'm gonna quickly press here. I'm gonna get another MP grenade, and we're gonna get also snacky because I need energy. Nice one, let's go.
Got 3 seconds on.
Yeah, got the
A little
energy
bit
from
messy, a little
behind.
bit messy, but well.
It is what it is, yeah. Alright, gonna talk to Farida. And before we leave, we're gonna grab some ammo. Gonna get Typhoon ammo, so we can do this trick again. And we're gonna get this grenade here, so we can kill the next boss fight. Which is happening in the next level. And coming up is one of the bigger jumps that we're gonna do, quite literally. Is we're gonna basically jump on this little box here on the side, jump over it, and then we're out of bounds. You can just go like that, walk around the fence, and then we're gonna basically jump all the way down. We'll take this slow and easy here, so I don't want to fail it, and then backwards at this little position, and we basically skip half of the building. Just land it next to the next elevator that we're gonna take. That is the so-called funicular. And this one is a little bit special because this is basically 2 walls that we're gonna glitch through. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna make a quick save, press the button, and then hopefully we can get this done quickly. And as it stands, we're gonna basically put ourselves in the right position, turn left, and also have the right distance and everything. Once we do that, there's a little timing so we can click for the first door. So a little bit annoying. Okay, let's see. Alright, got in. And for the second door, we just gotta wait a little bit. After a while, there we go, I got through. Because I pressed the elevator button at the top, we don't have to do that technically, we don't need the experience points necessarily. But because I pressed it, we're still in the waiting position of the game, and the game's like, okay, the timer's running, the funicular will come up soon, but we're already taken it. So what will happen now is that we're gonna go to the end, and then pretty we'll be like, okay, funicular's there, you can go now, as we already leave it. It's so fun little thing. I'm also gonna now equip my invisibility cloak. So I'm gonna make use of that here. It's a little bit safer. You don't have to technically do it, but especially for races like this in the marathon situation, I want to take it easy. Meanwhile, we see Fury here, trying to get the right distance. If the box is, if you are in the box, it doesn't work. So you have to have just the right distance so the box actually pushes you. Then you gotta turn left, wait for a little moment in the animation, and then you can crouch, and that's how you get into the first door.
A little bit struggling here. It's not easy, this glitch is pretty tough. Now I got the guys
now the
here.
enemies are coming in, so you gotta either just take it or do the quick reload. Which is why I always do a save here, just to be in a little bit safer position. That's the distance. Alright, turn around. And then at the height of the speed jump. Oh, if you then press C, normally you would go into the door.
I have to quick load. Well.
In a race specifically, I started running this game in January 2021 after I saw Heinke, a fellow German runner of this game, do his run at Awesome Games in Quick 2021. And it was so inspiring, I finally started speedrunning. I wanted to do this for years, and so we're here now. I only did this basically for a month, and then switched over to Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, shout out to Metal Gear Solid, of course. And I'm glad to be back here with this game, because I haven't run it in a while, and I finally have a reason to actually run it. So, it's good to be here. Hey, Jesus, sorry, this dude with a shotgun is very aggressive on me.
Oh my god.
Alright, I have a second box here. I'm gonna clip through this wall, hopefully. First try, there we go. And that basically puts us also halfway through the level, so we can immediately go and meet the next boss, which is Yelena. She hopefully will be very quickly done with. Some trouble in practice today.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm having trouble here.
1, 2, 3. First try. Yep. You basically just chuck 3 grenades at the ceiling, and then you're good to go. I'm gonna get a few extra items here just to be safe. Some extra energy, some extra revolver ammo. You don't want to mess up the route and have to load another save just to
I don't know how
be able to
I'm not
continue.
getting this. I'm in the door, there we go.
Looks good, turn around. And then at the height of the peak, you can... Yeah, there you go, you got it. GG. Yeah, the second one is way easier to do. The first one is a pain. Once you get it, then finally you're done.
Well,
There you go. I just had the thing coming out. I forgot the name of this thing. The little plane. And I tried to once again jump to reach the little fin at the end a little bit earlier. There's a little trick that can save us like 8 seconds by not needing to wait the entire time here. And there's a little timing to it then, because you're going to do it immediately, or else you will have the prompt to leave too early, and only then we're allowed to leave. So it's a nice little thing. The alternative would be that we just have the plane load in and then go back to get some stuff. So it really depends on how you want to approach this.
I was getting that like first, second try in practice all week.
Yeah, that's basically it racing, right? It just happens.
And I just lost so much time there.
Yeah, I'm now in Detroit 2, basically the second larger Detroit part where we actually leave the company. And normally we need to go down on the streets, see a through apartment and everything, but we're gonna just use the fire extinguisher here to basically just get out of bounds, fall down. Thanks to the Icarus system, we're just gonna land safe. And we're now on the streets of Detroit 2. Very nice thing. There is some protest happening in the background, so we technically cannot access our office building the normal way. But as you maybe guessed, we're going to use the boxes again. I'm going to quickly here get my gun reloaded and holstered. And then we're going to go up and get a box that allows us then to actually go back into the office building. There we go. That was a bit of walking, and this is the box that we're going to use. We're going to drag it all the way back to the beginning where the office complex is. And yeah, normally there would be a wall. But as we've seen, walls are very flexible for us. Adam is a very skinny dude at 80 FPS at least, and that allows us to do some funky stuff. I'm going to throw this over here. Hopefully you don't hit the police car. I hit the police car? No, I didn't. It's actually not a problem if you hit the police car. They're just going to walk a little around and annoy me personally. You can chuck them also faster towards this wall here. As you can see, we cannot normally access it. A quick save, throw the box against me, and get out of bounds, and then basically walk around him. If I were to walk all the way backwards, I would fall again into the void. So it's key to just glitch through the first wall and then don't keep walking backwards. But yeah, we just get access to the office building, and thankfully this load is still here, so we can actually go in. And because it's actually not intended for us to go here, the game will load us in now actually at the heliport again, where we should normally be landing after we just got away from our own apartments. Saves a ton of time because we basically skip like 3 big storylines. I think at least 2 of them are mandatory, and I can really recommend the all missions run as well. There's different categories for these. There's glitchless, there's low percent where we basically get as few items as possible. And I maybe look soon at something else like all missions, where you still use some of these glitches, but you're also going to do all the objectives, so you don't skip as much of the game. Can definitely recommend, if you want to learn this game, of course, go to speedrun.com/DXHR. But we also have the community Discord linked, and of course some guides. There's also video guides for this game. And yeah, just before we leave, I'm going to go and equip more invisibility, and also going to increase the difficulty, because we want to go to the second hardest. Come on, leave the menu, thank you. As we go to the next segment, Hangsha 2, we will be attacked, and our pilot Sally will go into the crossfire. And we're just not gonna save her, we're just gonna ignore her, and she dies quicker if she's on a higher difficulty. So for us, that is key. Because we're gonna do a thing as we get there. We're gonna skip a cutscene where we normally would see her die in front of her eyes, and instead she needs to die from just taking enemy damage. So because it would take too long on the easiest difficulty, which we needed to, for example, beat the bosses quickly enough, in this instance we now increase the difficulty for 1 level. But we're also not gonna turn it back down. It stays now on the second hardest. My favorite is using the fire extinguisher here to go to Detroit 2. Lovely. Alright, and here we go. We're now ambushed. I'm gonna go invisible. And because I have level 3 invisibility, I can basically just need like 1 battery to go all the way to the end. And hopefully, once I press the elevator button inside, I will jump forward. Like that, there we go. Normally, if you're in this elevator, you have this cutscene playing where we see her die. And we jumped on top of this door to basically be above the cutscene trigger. Now, Frank will assume that Farita's already dead, and he's like, hey, do not go back, it's not worth it. But in the meantime, Farita's taking a lot of damage from this higher difficulty, and she will die in front of our eyes. And the dialogue will just end as we get to the door. We still have to take this elevator here, sadly, but watching the cutscene will be so much longer. And because we can just jump on this little ledge here, it'll be done.
Malik, ça va?
So there we go.
Farida,
No, we just got to the door and then she died, so we could technically go to the to the hardest difficulty, which was done in the early days of the speedrun, but there kind of is no point to it. And it makes also, of course, the rest of the run a little bit easier because there will still be enemies that shoot us and everything, and being only on the second highest difficulty allows us to survive a little bit longer. Alright, story-wise, we're right now at Hangsha 2 again here, and we have a little bit of issues with our augmentations, and we get recommended to go and see a limb clinic, so we can actually have some maintenance done. If you play this game for the first time casually, you maybe want to do that. I personally think it does for a better experience, but we're going to ignore that. We're going to go immediately onwards to the end of the game, because it doesn't matter to us that we have a little bit of problems with the electronics, like whatever. You think the salary allows you for a hospital visit? I don't think so, so... That's why we need you here for LimeAid 4.0. My god, that was a nice transition. Everyone, of course, here is today for gyrating in support of his daughter, who needs surgery done, and of course, it's very pricey. And we want to support, of course, both Jack and his family, especially like a little child that needs just a bit more money than anyone else just alone has. So we come together here, of course, to celebrate both speedrunning, but also to help a friend. And yeah, if you're just watching, that's totally fine. Keep watching. The more people watch, the higher the chances are that people with a little bit of money can come by, and that will, of course, support the cause as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Anyway, we're gonna make our way through here, these enemies, and I'm gonna technically get seen here a little bit early, which is fine, because they start shooting us. But if we go to the door quickly, it doesn't matter if there's no alert or not. We can always leave the level. All right. Time to talk to the big boss here, which we technically should have met in Hangsha 1, but we skipped all of that in Hangsha 1, so we're just going to talk to a guy called Tong. And he has also a very big gun next to him, so that's kind of nice, because this big gun actually allows us to shoot enemies behind walls. And it just so happens that the final boss will be behind a glass wall, so we're going to get this gun and take it all the way to the final boss fight, and you will see how quickly we're going to beat that. In the meantime, we're going to also move on here. We just heard that our scientist friends are actually not dead. They've been kidnapped just at the beginning of the game and the run, of course, and there's a chance we can actually get them soon.
Oh, I got it. Thank God.
Oh, thank God.
I've been
you were
struggling with
stressing
that.
a little bit over it. Yeah.
You don't lose massive amounts of time, but like you lose like an extra like 10-15 seconds, I think, something like that.
Yeah, it's a
You
little
actually
bit annoying.
You get Pritchard's speech at the end instead of Malik's, which is a lot quicker.
Yeah, it takes a little bit longer if you don't get that little skip.
And you can't pass through the door until all the speech is done. So.
Yep, I'm gonna jump over this electric panel here, and that's why we needed 2 sticks of this medicine, so we have 2 and a half.
Do you know what I did? Forgot to upgrade my stealth.
Difficulty? Oh, stealth, yeah, that's fair.
I'll change the difficulty. Knew I'd forget something. It's
Yeah.
gonna take a little bit longer for her to die.
When I derusted this game, I also was like, oh, what do I need to do again? Because it's been actually almost 2 years for me since I last ran this game, like, really intensely. And that's a good reason to run again here for this event. Alright, we're gonna go invisible. We gotta go and put down a little bomb. Yeah. My invisibility doesn't last that long. Oh, there we go. I just missed out a little bit. It can also happen that you click the panel too early, and then there's a little glitch or bug where if you press the buttons too early, all 4 digits will be set to the first digit that you enter. So it can happen if I need to enter 3295. Instead, what I'm gonna get is just freeze. Alright, just refill my battery with the energy we just have. I need to jump up here and then go like this. And we're gonna box glitch ourselves through the wall here and of course make our way past it. And thanks to being invisible, of course, we're just gonna walk past all of these guys. We have so much energy from these candy bars that we're good to go. And actually holds my gun here. I'm gonna go out of invisible again. And use another candy bar. There we go. If you will be alert in the section, there's a little bit disadvantage because I cannot make a little quick save, which is annoying for us. So I'm just gonna take some time, seeing as I'm, I guess, in the lead. I'm just gonna take it easy here and not have an alert. That way I can make a little quick save here. So go, quick save. And what we're gonna do once again, we're gonna go out of bounds here. We're not gonna go all the way down because that would lead us again to fall into the void. Not quite. What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk over to the right side of the wall here. Walk, 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 walk. Once we see these boxes load in, then we can fall down. And we're gonna be actually in the final boss room here, where there normally would be a fight.
Wow.
Oh, what happened there? Jeez.
I turned off my stealth, but I thought I should have been fine, but I wasn't.
No.
It's like instant.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're in the final
Yes.
boss room of this level, and normally we need to fight them, but we just jumped down basically from the top, so no enemies loaded here. There's also no texture, so we need the surrounding skybox to orientate ourselves. And I just found the doorway, luckily, that allows us to go past the final boss. Now, we found a girlfriend story-wise, and she's all good. If you were to go the augmentation maintenance, you would be going into some trouble, and she will hear you now here. And yeah, we found our friends from the beginning of the mission. Let's go. There you say, but not quite. Actually, what happened story-wise is, if you got that maintenance, which most of the people did, the founder, Hugh Darrow, of these augmentations actually said, you know what, my creation is terrible, I'm gonna turn it all off. And for that, he basically starts terrorist attack. Look at this early animation, it's so goofy. So everyone's going crazy right now as there's augmentations, and we gotta stop this transmission of the signal. And that's where we actually have to one more level here, which is gonna be Panchea. And that's why we use a rocket here to teleport basically to the last level. Can I please jump these gaps? Jesus, I'm not doing well on my jumps here. Anyway, this rocket will take us to Panchea. We're just gonna take us here by pressing the button.
Oui, et il n'y a que toi pour l'arrêter. La navette Léo te conduira à Panchaya. Bonne chance, Adam.
Alright, there you go. I'm safe and just jumped on here. I do have more than enough bullets, so I'm gonna goof around a little bit. Have these pods explode, there's some gas barrels. That's all good fun. And yep, we're gonna go to the last level now.
Affirmatif.
Code 000, confirmé 0. Début du compte à rebours.
Alright, welcome to Panchea, the last segment. It can last around 4 minutes right now, according to my splits. But it can also go very wrong. And hopefully both Fury and I will have a grand time of only needing to do the next glitch once and then move on into the next pack of level.
Des nouvelles de Sarif ou des délégués de l'ONU?
Non, aucune.
It's a bit tricky.
La station est coupée du monde depuis le discours de Darrow.
There you go.
J'ignore s'il y a des survivants.
Sometimes it looks like I'm not running properly, and it can happen if you press caps lock, that you are permanently stuck in walking slow, so I need to double check quickly. Right, entering the building like this here reminds me a little bit of the beginning of MGS1. In any case, we're gonna make our way through here. Oh, there we go, more vent shafts. This is a Metal Gear Solid 1 reference. Also, there's lots of like Square Enix typical games. This game was developed by Eidos Montreal and of course published by Square Enix. There's a very great video from H-Bomber guy on this game. I can totally recommend it. It's just 3.5 hours long, but it's a lot of fun if you're a fan of this game and the series. I can highly recommend it. Or if you just want to get into this series, I think Deus Ex Human Revolution is a great start of the series. It's not the best game technically, but I personally started with it and I quite enjoyed it. Alright, I'm gonna glitch myself in here and hopefully just make it safe. I'm gonna just use the Typhoon glitch once, and I will go a little bit back and a little bit up and then glitch through this door, which can happen that it doesn't do it. Yep, I'm on top of it, so it didn't work. And that's the so-called Omega clip. It's very finicky, unfortunately. And it's basically the boba skill of this game. It can happen first try, it can happen on the 10th try, so the race is not over yet. Maybe I'm getting through this time. Nope, still on top. I might need to reset this one here. So Fury now has a chance to catch up. He's now just entered the lower level of this boss area. And now also once again has to adjust himself with the skybox. I'm gonna try again here. There's also no real visual cue to see like if you're actually getting through the door or not. And I'm still on top. It's the way this clip goes. Very annoying. So what in the meantime, how about we talk about just the new subs that got in from Apache Smash?
Yeah, 5 gifted subs from Apache. He also spent 50,000 points on a sub as well. And we have a donation from Rusi Ramon. Hey everyone, good luck to you all who are taking part in the runs and races. Jag, this is for your daughter, you and your family. Hope the surgery goes well, bud, and thank you D-Limes for this event. To give our love and support and to enjoy the class runs for $12.82. We do appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Alright, I'm still stuck on this glitch. This is so embarrassing. I mean, you know, I think Fury can agree. It's not really skill-based. You can do the whole recipe correctly, and it still doesn't want to work.
Yeah, it's just it's the hardest glitch in the game for sure. You have to make sure you're far enough through the door, and it's really hard to like figure that out for the most part.
Yeah.
It's finicky.
I'm definitely a step runner. Please have me.
But it's giving me time to catch up with Hal, so
Yep. You're quickly approaching the same level that I'm on, and if you get it first try and I'm still stuck here, chances are you might still win this race after all.
This is
I'm still
the
not
biggest.
getting it.
This is it's the biggest part of the race. Is it all comes down to this. This
It
glitch
comes to
is
down
really
to
hard,
just one thing.
and we have to do it because we need to hit a trigger that's on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
You can go around the door, but it basically, if you go around the door, you don't hit the trigger, and the level doesn't load.
Yep, we have to get through this here, so hopefully I will do it now this time. This looks good. Yeah, it's alright. Oh my god, this was out of the 10 for 10. This is so painful. And imagine you're on like a PB pace, you're like, I don't know, minus 20, and then you get to the store and the door just says no, and then your run dies after like 40 minutes. Super annoying. And that's why I'm kind of like, maybe I want to take a look at the other categories. I got a nice PB, I think it's 41.57. Don't let me know. It's something like sub 42, definitely. That's definitely good. I feel good about it. I'm not really pressured to try to improve it again, but maybe a different category would be nice. So yeah, I'm moving now quickly to the end of the game. There's just the big boss fight, and before that we have a big bridge. Another finicky thing, Bridge of Destiny you might call it, and as we get there, there will be lots of these human enemies, you can technically call them. They're all crazy, they attack us without any regards to our health, unfortunately, so hopefully we can push through first try and then do the next glitch. Let's see, I'm definitely gonna make a quick save here, just to be safe. Shooting the barrel, throwing the grenade. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, let's do it like this. We're gonna get another box all the way to the end here.
First go, or second go even.
And I'm a little bit stuck here.
Very quick.
I just died because the enemies didn't let me go. This is so stupid. Hey, this is how you can see, right? I got like super stuck at Omega. I couldn't do it at all. And now he was really quickly catching up.
It's basically, this is what the whole race comes down to. It's the very end here.
Yep.
It's anyone's game at the end.
Yeah, I just made it. Let's go.
Yeah, so.
Alright, so here we go. What's my gun? I cannot make a quick save sadly here, so this will be a one try only. Alright, I'm gonna push back a little bit here. We're gonna throw the EMP to turn off our Typhoon. And then we're gonna fall down with a quick visual cue when it says failure in the center. Now we're gonna land on this little line down here. Looks good, and hopefully we'll make it at the bottom, where there is a little hallway that's just before we enter the last room. And we've got it. I landed. I heard it. So basically, it's gonna be over in just a few seconds, at least from my side. Just gonna hit the E button here to open the door to the final boss, and there we go. And as I said, this gun is the best gun in the game because it can hit enemies behind the wall, and so we're just gonna shoot through this glass wall, and she's dead. That's the fight.
And there's an example of getting caught.
Yeah. It's not over yet for the run, we just have to do one last decision here. Normally there would be like 4 different decisions that you can do to alternate the endings. We're gonna go, of course, for the only ending that we have unlocked here. Unlocking the other endings would require us to, of course, meet the other people that just called out for help.
No, I got
and as I confirm, we're gonna hit time on my end.
Wait, how's it not let me pick up this box? What?
Oh man, what the hell?
Oh my god, this is actually like the worst part of the game.
And time for house. 47:50 load remove time. Feels good. Quite a far away from my PB, but you know, for the short time that I used to practice this, I feel good about it. Especially because the more tricky ones work well, except for Omega. Oh well, it is what it is. And yeah, there we go. Here we will now do his little glitch here. Just shy to go past the wall, throw the EMP grenade. Gotta watch out to not have the EMP grenade actually hit the box that then pushes you down, because you wanna not immediately go down. There we go. As I said, we're gonna wait for failure in the center. And now we fall down, and we wanna hit this little line down there. Looks good. We're gonna land in the hallway just before the enter of the final boss room.
Yep.
Wait.
I got that, I heard it.
Yeah. Just hit forward now. We got immediately walk down this little hallway.
I need to move off to the side
Yeah,
a little bit.
just a little bit to the left. Let's just see the prompt lead. There you go. And just get out the big gun, shoot the enemy behind the wall, and we're good to go. And Fury is moving also quickly towards his end. That's the fight.
The weapon, because it's quicker.
Yeah, you want to immediately start walking. If you get out the gun, you always have to get it off your also first, so it's a little bit annoying. And yeah, same decision. We're just gonna say, just go with the unmonitored truth. Augmentation will be basically rejected from humanity, and that's the beginning of Mankind Divided, basically. Just gonna confirm on that ending, and that will be time for theory.
Afin d'assurer que la prochaine génération puisse prospérer librement. C'est bien ce que vous voulez? Qu'il en soit ainsi.
There you go, time for theory. GG.
There we go. GG's. Well played. There was a little bit of
Well
struggle
played,
there.
mate. Well played.
It was close. It was,
Thank you so
was it?
much.
It got close towards the end there again. So.
I gotta watch this back because I definitely felt nervous. Like, okay, it's not first try, not second try, not 10th try. Like, what's going on here?
I had the
Oh, yeah.
funicular, and you had the.
Yeah, you had some trouble with funicular. That got you back, and you died also 1-2 times more.
To be honest, I'm happy because the tricks where I struggled a little bit are considered the harder tricks in the game.
Yeah.
Like the TYM skip with the fire extinguisher to launch you up. It's not the easiest trick to
all the
do.
way to the top.
The funicular is not easy to get through because you have to get through 2 doors, and you saw how much I struggled with the first door. And then Omega, which somehow I thought I was going to struggle with that, and I didn't actually. I did pretty well for that one. And,
it is. It's literally a coin flip. Like, you cannot explain that there's a technique behind it.
yeah,
Because if there is, please let me know. Like, come on.
yeah.
A little bit random, but there we go. Yeah. So, Theory, you wanna let the people know where people can find you if you ever stream again?
At my Twitch channel, Theory_UK, my name. Yeah, pretty much. Or in Discord, like Lime City.
Yeah.
Around, so.
And people can find me, of course, at twitch.tv/Hau5test, written Hau5test. Thank you so much. Just quickly, I'm gonna do more Medical Sword 2 again, but then also do a little bit more of other games. So maybe I'll start soon on that Deus Ex Human Revolution all missions run. I don't know, we'll see. And yeah, hopefully, mate, thanks again for racing. We're gonna do this again one day.
Yep, be happy to.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we hand it back over to the host.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. So we're going to go to a shorter intermission, get the next run set up. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in